Have you ever noticed something quietly haunting about certain women? Not loud, not seductive in an obvious way, not trying to be chosen, and yet men remember them years later, not because of their beauty, not because of what they did, but because of how they felt. There are women who pass through a man's life like a season, pleasant, forgettable. And then there are women who enter like a subtle fracture in reality, leaving a mark on the unconscious that time cannot erase. This is not attraction as society teaches it. This is something deeper, older, psychological. Carl Jung believed that the most powerful human bonds are not formed through logic or effort, but through unconscious resonance, a meeting of inner worlds, a collision of archetypes. And when a woman unknowingly embodies a certain inner wholeness, she doesn't make a man obsessed with her. She awakens something inside him, because men are never addicted to women. They are addicted to the feeling of becoming whole in her presence. In this video, we'll explore 7 deep psychological layers of feminine energy, not tactics, not games, that awaken primal attachment, emotional fascination, and unforgettable longing. And if you stay into the final layer, you may not only understand attraction differently, you may begin to see yourself in a new light. If this resonates, gently like the video so this wisdom can reach the people who need it most. Chapter number 1, the Anima, Why Men Fall Without Understanding Why ***. Inside every man exists an unconscious feminine image, not a real woman, not a fantasy, but a psychic imprint shaped by myth, memory, longing, and ancestral experience. Carl Jung called this the Anima. The Anima is not built by society. It is born from the soul. She represents everything a man has not yet integrated within himself. Emotional depth, intuition, vulnerability, creativity, mystery, tenderness, and meaning. When a woman unknowingly activates this inner image, the man doesn't feel attraction, he feels recognition. Jung wrote that when the Anima is projected, a woman becomes symbolic. She is no longer seen as an individual. She becomes a mirror of the man's inner world. This is why men say things like, "I don't know why I feel this way. I've never felt this before. She feels familiar, but I can't explain how." He is not in love with you. He is in contact with a forgotten part of himself. And because he cannot control it, it feels intoxicating. A woman who activates the Anima is not one-dimensional. She is emotionally fluid, contradictory, alive. She can be soft without being weak, quiet without disappearing, intense without chaos. Like water, she shifts states, not confused, but because she is authentic in every layer. She doesn't perform femininity. She inhabits it. And here's the key. A woman does not need to understand Jung to activate the Anima. She only needs to stop fragmenting herself. Subscribe to the Mind Kit if you're ready to explore psychology beneath the surface. Chapter number 2, Emotional Contrast, the force that disorients and attracts. Men are not attached to consistency. They are attached to emotional movement. One of the most misunderstood truths in attraction psychology is this. Predictability creates safety, but contrast creates memory. A woman who is always pleasant becomes familiar. A woman who is emotionally alive becomes unforgettable. Emotional contrast is not volatility. It is not drama. It is range. Laughter followed by depth. Playfulness followed by stillness. Warmth paired with self-respect. Jung said that transformation occurs when opposites meet. An emotional contrast is precisely that light touching shadow. Neuroscience shows that unexpected emotional shifts activate dopamine, the same system responsible for desire, curiosity, and attachment. This is why men often say, "She surprised me. I didn't expect that from her." Those moments, "that wasn't what I expected," are when attraction deepens. A woman who lives authentically across her emotional spectrum does not need to provoke interest. She becomes a psychological landscape, not something to consume, something to explore. And exploration is addictive. If this feels illuminating, leave a comment. Your engagement helps this wisdom travel. Chapter number 3, emotional self-mastery, the energy that makes men stay. Contrast draws attention, but self-mastery creates reverence. A woman who cannot regulate her emotional world unconsciously hands her power away. Her mood rises and falls based on external validation, but a woman with emotional self-mastery remains centered, even while feeling deeply. She does not suppress emotion. She contains it. This is psychological maturity. Jung called this individuation, the process of becoming whole within oneself. A woman who is individuated does not need love to complete her. She chooses love as an expression, not a necessity. She feels longing without desperation, connection without dependency, loss without collapse. And this energy does something powerful. It creates safety. Men may crave intensity, but they commit to stability of being. Self-mastery tells the unconscious, this woman will not disappear into me. She will not consume me. She will not lose herself. And paradoxically, that is what makes her irresistible. If you're finding value here, gently share this video with someone who needs healing, not hype. Chapter number 4, mystery. Why the unfinished story haunt the mind ***. True mystery is not silence. It is selective presence. When a woman reveals everything too soon, she removes the space necessary for projection. And projection, according to Jung, is the engine of fascination. The unconscious needs gaps. Psychology calls this the Zeigarnik effect. We remember unfinished experiences far more vividly than completed ones. Mystery is not hiding. It is pacing. Not every story needs to be told immediately. Not every wound needs to be exposed. Not every layer needs access. A woman who respects the sacred timing of disclosure becomes a journey. And the unconscious loves journeys. Men don't want answers. They want depth. And depth unfolds, not announces itself. Stay with me. The next layer is where attraction turns into attachment. Chapter number 5, self-amusement. The quiet joy that magnetizes. One of the most powerful energies a woman can embody is self-amusement. Not independence as defense, but joy without audience. A woman who knows how to enjoy her own life radiates ease. And ease is magnetic. She doesn't wait to be chosen. She already chose herself. She laughs alone. She finds meaning in small rituals. She is alive even in silence. Men don't become obsessed with beauty. They become obsessed with vitality. Jung warned that unlived life creates psychological tension. A woman living fully releases that tension and invites others into her world. And here's the truth. A man doesn't fall for what you say. He falls for how alive you feel while saying it. If this resonates, subscribe. The Mind Kit is a space for depth, not performance. Chapter number 6, presence, the rarest form of intimacy. In a distracted world, presence is revolutionary. Being fully present, without fixing, correcting, performing, creates emotional safety. When a man feels seen without being judged, he opens. Presence activates empathic attunement, a nervous system resonance deeper than words. You don't need advice. You don't need answers. Sometimes silence is the greatest intimacy. Men remember women who made them feel real. Not impressive, not successful, but human. And when someone feels human with you, they don't forget you. Chapter number 7, scarcity and investment. The psychology of attachment. Scarcity is not absence. It is self-respect in motion. A woman whose life is full does not orbit someone else's attention. She chooses connection, but does not chase it. This creates investment. Behavioral psychology shows the more someone invests, the more attached they become. A woman who allows space for effort allows a man to grow into the bond, not through demands, through dignity. She receives care. She allows contribution. She doesn't block devotion out of fear. And that's when attachment forms, not because of need, but meaning. Final reflection, the woman who cannot be held. You were never meant to be chased. You were meant to be felt. When you live from wholeness instead of performance, you stop trying to awaken desire. You become it. Jung said, "Your vision will become clear only when you look into your own heart. When you do, everything meant for you will find its way." If this video spoke to you, subscribe and turn on notifications. The journey continues here.